mission of the Navy SEAL Foundation is to provide immediate and ongoing support and assistance to the Naval Special Warfare community and its families. And when we wrote that mission, we purposefully kept it broad because we wanted to be prepared to support the community no matter what the need. The global war on terrorism will continue to tap SEALs at a disproportionately high rate into the unforeseen future. And the Foundation's commitment to our nation's elite warriors and their families is unwavering.
This is an ABC News special report.
Tonight, U.S. warships and 50 Marines are headed to Libya in the wake of the deadly attacks on the U.S. consulate.
And chose to defend, even though it wasn't his job. He ran in.
That's how Glenn has lived his whole life, you know, anything you need.
Former SEAL served on high-profile missions for 17 years, giving his own life in the end to protect others.
We never got to meet him, or worse, we never got a chance to thank him.
For 8 days in the month of May, veterans, civilian athletes, and active duty personnel will hike across Greece. They're following in the footsteps of King Leonidas and his 300 brave warriors heading to battle in 480 BC. It's all part of the Sparta Charity Hike, raising money for 3 different charities.
I was about to take a trip to Canada to train with the Canadian military, and I started thinking about iconic locations around the world where history of mankind just took an abrupt right or an abrupt left, and it changed course. And the first place that really came to mind was right here in Thermopylae. After that, I was like, okay, let's go over there. I want to see Greece. I want to take people with me. I want to do good for mankind along the way. And putting all those things together, that's how this event came to be. All right, so with no further ado, I don't know if we've got any civic activities to go through here, but we want to get a timely start so we get a timely finish.
I've been thinking about the distinction between doing something that we want to do, like you mentioned, going on a trip like this versus doing something that has to be done. You know, when these guys walked from Sparta to Thermopylae, they're doing something that had to be done and they knew they weren't coming home. And the fact that they knew that they weren't coming home, I think is like the epitome of courage.
I'm like, you know what? If I just die on this trail, that's cool as whatever. I've lived a great life.
It becomes very quickly real whether you can keep up or not. And then ultimately at the point where you're just about to break, trying to dig down and come up with that next little bit of reserve that causes you to take the next 10 steps and the next 10 steps after that.
I feel like I've been opened up to a whole new world. I feel like Aladdin, or whoever the said that.
I've done a lot of mountain climbing and other kind of extreme endurance things, but I've never been through this much pain in so many different parts of my body.
It just takes a while in the morning or after a break to get your feet back numb again. I've done 11 Ironmans, you know, it's been adventure racing about lots of things, and this is a completely different animal.
Oh, it's a great group. It's, you know, I guess the ages vary from low 20s to 65.
Everybody around here is suffering and nobody's quitting.
Well, everybody's interesting. I mean, you know, if you got to be on the road for 8-9 hours, you really hope there's somebody interesting to talk to. There's no shortage of that.
We're looking all forward the moment that we all be together at Thermopylae. And this is the very first time. We all tired, but you know, it's worth it. They say in the book that you have to be all your life, like for us it's something like to be all your life a runner. You have to to run in a manner to achieve things, you know, in your life.
How's the nap?
Ferris is so tough you can gargle peanut butter.
Naps are excellent. Good for you, and they don't cost anything.
Got it done.
Got it done, baby.
Got it done.
I knew it was going to be difficult, and I know I didn't train as much as I could have trained, but once you start something like this and you realize it's basically the distance of a marathon every day, I don't know how you train for something like this.
It's kind of an amazing way to do something for the Navy SEAL Foundation when they've just done so much for Gold Star families, and they support the Honor Foundation, which that basically supports SEALs who are transitioning to the private sector. So the guys have options and they don't just have to go be contractors.
I'm also too just inspired by the people that are here, inspired by their courage. I mean, to see Robert, to see Dave, you know, in their 60s that are doing this, you know, it's incredible to see Lance go and crush it all day and then go swimming afterwards. It's amazing. I think you can see by like the people that prepared for months for this, and their feet are just jacked, their knees are jacked, everything about them. I mean, it's just like everything's swollen up. Like Mitch is walking backwards right now.
Our medical guy said maybe tendonitis. We thought maybe some stress fracture or a stress fracture or microfractures. Not quite sure.
I think a good quote that goes along with this is, experience is something you need right after you gain it. You know, with injuries and pains and stuff like that, I think that's part of the learning curve. I mean, it's painful, but I don't really see a point of complaining a lot. I don't want to, you know, that stuff spreads like cancer.
Το πόδι του στο πλάι, στην πληγή, βλέπεις, εδώ. Ναι. You have a hole in there. Okay. Her opinion is not to walk more. Okay. Because they will be more infected.
Everybody's been giving me shit the entire trip about how much I piss. But what I haven't said to anybody until now, to you, about 4 weeks before we got here, I was in the gym doing some intensity and I blew out a pretty good abdominal hernia. Every time I'm stopping to piss, most of the time I'm trying to push my guts back in. And then I got an email from my dad saying that my grandfather had passed. you know, I've been carrying, I'll bust out later today, but have an American flag secreted away in my ruck for the finish. And I've been carrying that since the beginning because I knew my grandfather wasn't doing well. And he was a lieutenant, U.S. Navy. He loved his country and the people that we're doing this for, families, people that also love this country and also passed on.
I just wanted you to know that, you know, the entire way, the entire day, the rest of the time there, that this was a very successful trip, you know, in all aspects. And I appreciate every one of you. You know, hopefully some, you know, lifelong friendships have been made here, but I know that we're going to change a whole lot of lives with the money that we raise. And that's what it's all about, right? Leaving the world a better place than it was. So, booyah to everybody.
Booyah.
Yeah.
They had to choose, you know, men that had sons. You know, they knew it was a suicide mission, so they had to choose men that had sons, and so more than likely, you know, I mean, every single one of the warriors that went had a family. So I have my own family. You know, I have 5 children. And, you know, I chose the civilian route. I didn't go into the military. It was definitely an option that was on the table. I just didn't choose it. So I wanted to put myself in the position of the Spartans to know, really feel what it was like to go on a march and know that you're going to going to war, you're going to battle, and you're probably not coming back.
What gets my juices flowing is roaming the earth and having adventures with good people. And if it can be for a righteous cause, that just makes it taste even sweeter.
And you can do anything. I mean, it's just, why do you want to do it? If it's a great reason why, you'll figure out a way. If it isn't a great reason why, you won't. So, you know, when the time comes, something's hard, you'll figure out a way to do it. Don't be afraid of it. Just, hell, some things suck. You figure it out. If it sucks worse to quit.